What am I doing wrong? They're just way more likely to engage. This is good. Hey guys, it's Bree. Welcome back, or welcome to my channel if you're new. Today we're going to be talking about going viral. People love to say going viral is just luck, and I used to believe that too. But after posting consistently across multiple platforms, multiple different accounts, and actually paying attention to what works and what doesn't, I'm telling you right now, it is not just random. There are very clear patterns to what blows up and what flops. Okay, so if you don't know me, I post a lot of content on a bunch of different accounts across YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat. I'm always experimenting. And something I started noticing is that certain videos just take off. They get pushed, people engage, they spread, and then other videos that I actually thought were better completely die. And at first, it was pretty frustrating because I was like, what am I doing wrong? But instead of getting annoyed, I started paying attention. So I started breaking down what was different. What did the viral videos have in common? And why do people ignore some but interact with others? And this actually connects a lot to what we've been learning in my social media strategies class, especially with engagement, impressions, and how algorithms work. So today I'm going to break down what actually makes a video go viral, and it is way more strategic than most people think. Part 1. Okay, first and probably the most important thing is the hook. If your video does not grab attention in the first 1 to 3 seconds, it's over. I am not even exaggerating, it is done, because people just scroll so fast now. You're not just competing with one video, you are competing with thousands. And I used to not understand how important this was. I would start videos with, hey guys, so today I'm gonna talk about da 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 da. No one cares. Now it's more like, this is why your content is not growing. Or, I tried this for 24 hours and it went horribly wrong. Or even, wait, what? That one's been working for me recently. Something that makes people feel like they need to keep watching. And this ties directly into impressions and engagement. Because an impression just means your video showed up, but that does not mean someone cared. The hook is what turns a random scroll into attention. And attention is what starts everything. Now, think about the last video that you stopped on. It probably made you curious instantly. Or just scroll TikTok right now and you'll understand what I'm saying. Part 2. The second thing is relatability. And this is where things start to connect more to psychology. The content that performs the best is always the content that connects to people personally. I'm talking when someone watches your video and thinks, wait, that's literally me. That's what makes people like, comment, share, send to their friends. And all of that is engagement. And engagement is what pushes your content further, because platforms don't just care about views, they care about how people interact with your content. So if your video is making people feel something, whether it's relatable, funny, or even slightly controversial, they're just way more likely to engage. That's why rage baiting works. And this is something I have started to notice a lot. But honestly, the videos that I least expect are the ones that do the best. And it's kind of crazy if you think about it, because social media is honestly less about being perfect and more about just being real and relatable. Part 3. The third thing is simplicity. And I feel like people overcomplicate this way too much. If your content is confusing or takes too long to understand, people are not going to pay attention to it. They are going to scroll away. So you have to make your content immediately clear. One idea, one message. Easy to understand, because people are not going to waste their time trying to figure out what your video is about. They just want it instantly. And this connects to retention, which is basically just how long people are watching your video. The longer they stay, the better your content performs. So if your video is simple and easy to follow, people will stay longer. And that tells the algorithm, this is good, push it out more. I honestly used to try to say so much in one little video, and it actually made things worse. Part 4. Another thing people don't talk about enough is consistency. And I cannot say this enough, because yeah, one video might go viral, but if you're not consistently posting, it is really hard to grow. You need data, and the only way to get data is by posting consistently and testing. You have to try different hooks, styles, formats, topics, because you don't actually know what works until you try it. And I have experienced this a lot. I've had videos that I thought were going to do amazing and they just completely flop. And then something random does way better. So it's not about guessing. It's about testing and learning. And over time, you will start to see patterns. Part 5. So when people say going viral is just about luck, I kind of understand why, but timing can play a role. So I think it's more accurate to say strategic consistency and understanding patterns. Because once you understand hooks, relatability, simplicity, and engagement, you start applying those things intentionally. And that does not mean every video is gonna go viral, but it does mean that you are giving your content a better chance to succeed. Part 6. This completely changed how I look at content, because now I don't just post and hope for the best. I actually think about, would someone stop to watch this? Would they relate to it? And would they care enough to interact? And that mindset alone makes a huge difference. So yeah, going viral is not random. There really is a structure behind it. And once you start noticing these patterns, you literally cannot unsee it. But it's actually what makes social media so interesting, because it's not just content, there is strategy. So if you're creating content, I would definitely start paying attention to what actually works, because the patterns are everywhere. And once you start to figure them out, everything makes a lot more sense. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please give it a like, comment down below, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one.